Hello, friends. A couple days ago, my 6-year-old daughter asked me who I thought was winning the war between Israel and Hamas. And I thought about it for a moment and I told her, I'm not really sure that anyone is winning. It seems to me that right now, both the Palestinian people and the Israeli people are losing. They are losing because the only way for them to win is for them to find peace, for the hostages to be returned, for rockets to stop firing, for Palestinians to stop being killed. And it's in that light that I want to share the two statements that are linked below this video. One is by Trua, a US-based rabbinic human rights organization, and their statement calls on the US administration to pressure Israel to return to the negotiating table immediately in order to achieve a ceasefire and end the war as soon as possible. The other statement is by Standing Together, an Israeli-based shared society organization that we have hosted at TBI in the past, and they are also calling for a ceasefire, recognizing that this war is not making Jews safer and that the cost to Palestinian lives and future prospects for peace is unbearable. The death of 3 Israeli hostages in Gaza at the hands of the IDF last week only affirmed that. I'm amplifying these statements because I believe these organizations and those calls deserve our support. I believe that they are not getting enough attention, and I believe in the centrality of returning the hostages and the futility of eradicating evil through violence as a long-term strategy. Of course, there is a legitimate challenge. If the war ends now, what will the day after look like with Hamas still in existence? But I think the question of the day after the war becomes only more problematic the more the fighting continues, the more civilian Palestinians are killed, and the more of Gaza is destroyed. Even if Hamas is taken out of power in its current form, the humanitarian desperation of the Palestinian people will only breed more violence in the long term. This week's Parashat, Vayigash, teaches about how Joseph, who was in power in Egypt, had to feed the entire known world during a time of famine. Just as Egypt couldn't be safe having food when the surrounding areas were hungry, we today must seek a safety that includes the safety of all our neighbors. Shabbat Shalom.